What's good, y'all? Las Vegas Summer League is officially here. Teams have played. We've seen all the draft picks. It's been a lot of fun. And just like the position he was drafted, the number one guy with the most hype and excitement around him, seeing him play, was Victor Wembanyama. We saw him make his debut with the San Antonio Spurs against the Charlotte Hornets and number 2 overall pick Brandon Miller. And let's just say things did not go as many people expected. Let's not dance around it. Wemby had a tough time scoring the ball in his first Summer League game, dropping just 9 points on 2 for 13 shooting, 1 for 6 from 3. But he did impact the game in other ways, racking up 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 blocks. Me personally, I think this is getting blown way out of proportion. I had some of my friends text in, I'm sure it was some joking around, but some seriousness of, wow, he's a bust. If you're saying Wembanyama is a bust off one Summer League, just take a breath, bro. Take a breath. It's not that quick. I do want to start off by highlighting the good things that Victor did last game, and that starts off with his defense. I was watching the game with my friend Josh, who isn't the biggest NBA fan, but he keeps up with the league and everything like that. And I was talking to him because he was disappointed that Wemby was having such a bad offensive night. And I said, like, what most people don't realize is Victor is his strength is his defense, way more than his scoring, like almost 10 times his scoring. He is an elite defender. He's gonna come in and be probably one of the best defenders in the league instantly. As you see, the offense may take a little bit to, really accommodate, but his defense is the real deal. And I alluded to it when I mentioned his stats, but he had 5 blocks in 27 minutes in his first NBA game. It's really insane. And not only did he have all those blocks, but he also guarded Brandon Miller, again, the second overall pick, a perimeter player. He guarded him on the perimeter, even blocked one of his threes, which shows his versatility in his defending. But along with blocking the threes, he was meeting people at the rim. I mentioned he had 8 rebounds too. I think a lot of fans tend to forget that there's 2 sides of the basketball court that you can make a very good impact on. A lot of people like to just focus on the one offensive side, and they were expecting Victor to come in and drop 40 points in his first game on efficient, step back, one-legged threes and stuff like that. Part of that is because we have been force-fed all of his highlights for the past year and a half now. Part of that is also just the NBA highlight culture. And because of that, even though he had a very good defensive game, everyone's focusing on his offensive struggles. And then on top of that, I'm sure there are loads of people that didn't even watch the game but are just seeing the box score and the stat lines being like, oh my god, he is ass. I do want to highlight though, those 3 assists, he should have had way more than those 3 assists. His playmaking was amazing this game. There was a lot of plays where he just drove to the basket, and then when he got it there, he would force the help over so he'd have 2 on him and just take the easy pass dump down right there. There was at least 2 times, I'm sure a little bit more, but at least 2 times I vividly remember he dumped it down to his teammate, and his teammate either fumbled the pass, turnover, or went up. I swear to God, there was one time someone got blocked by the bottom of the rim. So, it is Summer League, let's be fair here. But those 3 assists, he should have a lot more. His playmaking was amazing. But at the end of the day, he did struggle heavily to score. Funny enough, his 2 field goals that he made were both and ones. One was an and 1 3, and then one was a bank shot mid-range, I think, or a little bit of close, like, turnaround floater type of thing. So I just think that's kind of funny. I do also think he was in his head at least a little bit. I watched the JJ Redick Old Man in the 3 interview with him, and throughout the whole thing, he was just talking about how he's so poised, he knows what he is, that, the universe is his shell, or whatever he worded it as. But I do think he cracked a little bit, and to be fair, he's 19 years old, just flew into a foreign country. All eyes are on him. He had that thing with Britney Spears. There's a bunch of stuff going on right now. I'm sure it's a lot for Vic. What really gave it away to me that he was at least a little bit nervous was there was one time, it was very early, could have been his first field goal attempt, maybe his second or third, but he was going in, he was in transition, going up for like a weird lay. He was kind of like a reverse type of lay, and he went up, and then he's like, oh no, let me try to dunk it, and then missed the dunk. I think he was just overthinking the game way too much, trying to force different things instead of letting the game come to him naturally. And we kind of saw a little bit of that into his post-game press conference. One of his exact quotes was, I really didn't know what I was doing on the court. I do like the transparency in that. We don't see a lot of athletes being that transparent unless you're Jared Allen saying the lights were too bright. But he did also, at the end of that quote, say that he's trying to learn, and it's a game-by-game basis. He's trying to learn the game, figure out how things come to him in the NBA. Just, again, a lot of pressure on him, a lot of expectations on him. I'm sure it's very hard. That goes to fans, that goes to him, that goes to everyone else that's thinking about Vic right now. 1 game, 27 minutes of game time. He's going to get better. He's going to become more accustomed. I did think, though, that he was only going to play this one game in Summer League. Now that it was a bit of a struggle game, I wouldn't be too surprised if he played at least another one. After that, I think they'll probably shut him down. They're not going to push it too much. But still, you know, he deserves at least one more redemption game, in my opinion. What did you guys think about Wemby's first game? Make sure you leave it in the comments down below. Did you overreact and say, oh yeah, he's a bust, he's terrible? Or are you more on the side of, you know, it's just one game, he'll get over it, it'll be alright? Let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. In the description, there'll be links to all my social medias, so make sure you follow me on all those to keep up to date with me. Catch y'all.